Recently, Elon Musk entered into a public feud with Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos. Also, Elon talked about problems that Apple currently has. Well, today we will change our focus specifically towards Elon and talk about Elon Musk as a CEO. We have shocking revelations that came out from the current or ex-employees of Musk. There is no doubt that Elon loves his job, and his confidence in the future of Tesla and SpaceX is sky high. But what are the working conditions in his companies? And do employees like Elon Musk as the CEO? Fortunately, there are plenty of employees, both past and present, who are more than willing to spill information about the environment created by Elon Musk. Because Musk always sets a very high bar for his employees, these are one of the hardest working people in the world, and as a result, his companies are doing so well. The billionaire isn't shy about sharing his beliefs on what makes a workplace successful. Back in 2020 at the Air Warfare Symposium, he revealed some rigid opinions about finding and retaining the best employees. Elon said the massive thing that can be done is to make sure that your incentive structure is such that innovation is rewarded and lack of innovation is punished. There's got to be a carrot and a stick. He's always been very open about the fact that he doesn't look for an expensive Ivy League school or even a degree on a potential candidate's resume. Musk notably works for someone who is going to add to the team dynamic by way of innovation. More specifically, as he outlined in a tweet in February of 2020, he looks for 4 things: a super hardcore work ethic, talent for building things, common sense, and trustworthiness. He went on to explain, "The rest we can train. If you don't have those intrinsic qualities, Musk doesn't want you on his team." All of this sounds well and good, but how does this translate into his employer-employee relationships? Many former employees would state that the relationship is not good. Musk works tirelessly, sometimes around the clock, and often expects his employees to do the same. He notoriously slept on the floor of his Tesla Gigafactory one year when there were production problems occurring with the Model 3. He's also admitted that he does not have an office desk, rather he simply floats around to whatever department needs him at that moment. And that's how he spends his time. This translates into a very high standard set among the employees. In 2017, a former SpaceX employee by the name of Josh Boehm came forward to describe the working conditions he endured. In a post on the popular website Quora.com, he noted that he'd frequently work for more than 12 hours on a regular basis and pulled many all-nighters at the office. He also described a toxic culture in which it was expected that employees work for around 50 to 60 hours per week at minimum. If you didn't, you were accused, albeit jokingly, of only working part-time. Boehm stated that a popular employee motto which floated around was, "You are your own slave driver." The former employee was very forthcoming, however, about the fact that Musk didn't create that culture per se. He never told them that they had to work 50 to 60 hours per week, but that the employees themselves were responsible for contributing to that standard. "I was given more responsibility and freedom there than any other company I had worked for, which ultimately became invaluable experience for running my startup company, Sife, after leaving," he wrote. Back in 2019, Business Insider featured information from 9 different former Tesla employees who commented on the working conditions they faced during their tenure with the company. One employee mentioned that the work environment was toxic, and that if employees don't quickly come up with solutions to problems, then they're gone. Another employee who left in 2018 spoke about the growing pains of working with a newer company. The former salesperson explained that at times, it really does feel like a late-stage startup. They discussed how important it is to have capable people every step of the way, as there are many different milestones in the process toward creating a car. One blip along the way and huge mistakes can be made in the production line. It's difficult to make that happen in a young company, the former employee admitted. Other grievances include the grueling long hours, the lackluster customer service, and the feeling that Tesla didn't fully care for them as individuals. When employees tried to go the extra mile and help out customers, they were chastised for it or made to feel as though they gave too much to the customer to ease their frustration. One other factor that employees brought up was the fact that on Twitter, which is his preferred social media platform, Musk can be unpredictable, and he has in the past affected his own company's stock prices just by sending out a single tweet. Take what he wrote on May 1st, 2020 for instance, when he tweeted, "Tesla's stock price is too high." In the first half hour after he sent out that tweet, Tesla share prices fell almost 12%, creating a highly volatile situation for shareholders and company employees alike. Though the share price slowly ticked up throughout the day, Tesla still closed about 7% lower than their opening price. The employees featured by Business Insider mentioned that the volatility made the work environment too stressful and unstable. Allegedly, the expectations for employees working for SpaceX are not much different. Even though they fall into two totally different industries, Hans Koenigsmann, the former vice president of SpaceX, worked with the company for 19 years before announcing his retirement in October of 2021. He was hired back in 2002, SpaceX's inaugural year, and was the seventh person to be hired at the company. During his tenure, he worked on numerous launches, Starlink and Inspiration 4, which was the all-civilian space mission. Needless to say, he knows a lot about the inner workings of the company as well as the leadership style of Musk. Koenigsmann admitted that Musk sets a very high standard for the people who work for him, and he sees why that can be considered a challenge for some. Nevertheless, he added that he loved the work that he did and that leaving the company was bittersweet. As a leader of a company which specializes in all things space exploration, Musk at first wasn't the most knowledgeable. As the years went on, Koenigsmann said, "It was fascinating to watch how much Musk could pick up and retain in a short amount of time." Koenigsmann told Business Insider that he never had a day where I went there and was thinking, I don't want to do that work, and said he was always happy to be there. Though many employees, both former and current, are quick to cite a fast-paced, sometimes grueling work environment, they can't deny the genius that is behind Musk's decisions. Speaking with Yahoo Finance, former SpaceX employee Jim Cantrell said that Musk has a huge ambition and that he is an unusual character, I think, in the existence of human history. He's been described as very persuasive and effective in getting people to see the larger picture and motivating his employees to share his visions for not just the companies, but for humanity. For what it's worth, there are some solid leadership strategies that he holds firm to. Musk likes to set what are known as stretch goals for his employees, or goals that are seemingly unattainable or even impossible. Though it might seem like a trap at first, it's been proven in certain business circles to work. Employees are forced to come up with innovative solutions toward attaining the goal, and even if they don't achieve it completely, they still wind up close. At the end, some goal or other gets achieved, and they are further than they were before they began. Musk also has stated that as a leader, he's not afraid of feedback, meaning he can be on the receiving end and the giving end. As long as there is a strong feedback loop, that's part of the company's culture. Then employees and leaders alike are constantly reflecting on their work. He finds that to be another key to success. He is fully aware that he is demanding and has even notoriously stated on Twitter that nobody ever changed the world on 40 hours a week. Perhaps it holds true that not everyone is cut out for a job under Elon Musk. And finally, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. It's easy, it's free, and it will be a great support for the channel.